Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Mario So, and in today's video, we'll be talking about a very versatile and easy solution to get started to have good quality audio for your Zoom meetings, your streaming, or even your podcast. So I hope you're doing well and welcome to another video. If you're new here, I create weekly content on filmmaking, photography, gear review, and editing tutorials. If that's something you think you'll be into, please hit that subscribe button and it'll be greatly appreciated. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here yet again. If currently you do not have a setup for good quality audio, whether it be for your Zoom meetings or podcasting or even streaming, a very simple and easy solution would be to get a USB mic. There's certainly a lot more professional and complex setups that include a USB interface, an XLR mic, but if your budget is not that big or all of that is just very confusing for you, the easiest way would just be to go with a USB mic. And in today's video, I wanted to review actually this USB mic, the K690 by Fifine. This is not a sponsored video. Fifine just sent me this microphone for me to review and to give my unaltered thoughts. So you get your instructions manual, your user's guide, a very nice color on this box. You got the red, and you get a nicely cut out foam core here for the microphone. You get a little box with the USB cable, which is actually a very long cable, which is good. They include this strap here, which lets you organize your cable a little bit better, which is handy. It's micro USB, not USB-C. I wish it was USB-C. We have also a adapter here that lets you mount your microphone to a boom arm or to a mic stand. And we get the microphone right here. So a lot bigger than the previous model that I reviewed, and it does feel very sturdy. It's quite big as well, and it looks very pro. It's got its little frame here where it can rest and you can put on your table, and this is where the adapter would go if you wanted to plug it into a boom arm. This is the second microphone that I have got a chance to play with from this company. I actually reviewed a previous USB microphone from Fifine a few months ago. If you want to check that out, it's the link up here. I do have to say though that this packaging is probably just a little bit overdone just for this one mic, a USB cable and an adapter. But all right, so let's go over my initial thoughts, just unboxing this microphone and seeing it for the first time. I like that it's a USB mic. It's plug and play, so you don't have to install anything else. As soon as you plug this into your computer, it should work and you'll be ready to go. So a few things I'm noticing here is that it has a mute indicator. It has a mute switch button, so when you mute it here, it turns red. You press it to unmute. You get a volume control for your headphones. If you want to monitor your audio, you can plug in your headphones here at the bottom, which is very handy. We have this adjustable rotation stand that you can adjust this way, depending the orientation of where you're sitting and how you want to speak and all of that. The frame is very sturdy, feels very heavy. The entire thing is actually quite heavy, which is good. It means that they did not cheap out on the material on this microphone. So this might cost about $100 US. I'll be linking it in the description below if you want to check it out, but it's a little bit more expensive than its previous USB mic that I had reviewed. But there's a reason for it. It does feel a lot more professional. This also has 4 different types of pickup patterns, which makes it very interesting and very versatile. And I'll be talking a little bit about that later and show you some audio tests. At the back here, we have a volume knob for the microphone, so it controls the gain on the mic. You can also control at the back here the 4 different types of pickup patterns, which comes in very handy. The first one's stereo, the second one is omnidirectional, cardioid, and bidirectional, which is pretty cool. The only thing I noticed right now is just I wish this was a USB-C cable instead of a micro USB, because all new stuff right now is just USB-C, but not a deal breaker. Let's test this guy and test the different patterns and see what that sounds like. One thing to keep in mind is to make sure that you have your input selected to this microphone, the Fifine K690, on your computer, so that you're recording via this microphone and not the onboard mic on your computer. All right, so let's test the first knob over here, the first pickup pattern, which is stereo. So right now the sound you're hearing is the sound coming out of this microphone, untouched and untreated. So we're going to test the different polar patterns, and for you to hear that, I'm going to be reading the instruction manual and what it says about the different polar patterns that this microphone has. It's important to note that in order to get the best sound out of your microphone, it's usually best practice to have it about 6 or 8 inches away from your mouth. If you're too far, then it's not going to be sounding that great. And if your table is a lot lower than this, then it might be a great idea to either get a mic stand or a boom arm to get it as close to you as possible. Alright, so this is the stereo polar pattern, and it says that it uses both the left and right channels to capture a wide realistic sound image. Ideal for recording acoustic guitar or choir. I'm about 40 inches away from the microphone, and this is what it sounds like. This is still in the stereo pickup pattern. So now I've switched to the next pickup pattern, which is the omnidirectional, and I'm going to read what it says in here about this microphone. I have right now the microphone, actually, sorry about that. Right now I have the microphone straight facing me, and make sure that you have where the brand logo is. That's the part that should be facing you. That should be the front part. But in omnidirectional, it shouldn't really matter since it's picking sound from all around the microphone. So let's read the first sentence of this and what it says. So it says that it picks up sound equally from all around the mic, and it's best used in situations where you want to capture the ambience of being there. So let's rotate this mic a little bit more. So right now I'm speaking to the side of the microphone, and this is what it sounds like. Picks up sound quality from all around the mic, omnidirectional. So now I've turned this mic away from me and I'm speaking to the back of the microphone. Omnidirectional picks up sound equally from all around the mic. So you get the idea. So now let's move a little bit back and see what this polar pattern sounds like when I'm a little bit further. So I'm a little bit further back, about 3 feet from the microphone in omnidirectional mode, and this is what it sounds like. So this omnidirectional pickup pattern, it's good to have if you are going to be in a small boardroom or a conference room and you want everyone to be able to be heard when they are in a Zoom meeting. Obviously, the further away you are from the mic, the lower quality the sound's going to be, but it's a good option to have. Another good opportunity for this is that if you're doing a multi-person podcast and you do not have the funds to get individual mics for individual speakers, then this would be a good one to have right in the center of the table and have all your speakers surrounding that table. Now I have this microphone switched up to the third pickup pattern, which is the Cardioid pickup pattern, which is the most popular for condenser microphones. So this pickup pattern is perfect for podcasts, game streaming, vocal performances, voiceovers, and instruments. Cardioid mode records sound sources that are directly in front of the microphone, delivering rich, full-bodied sound. You probably can hear whether that's true. This is the Cardioid pickup pattern, which is perfect for podcasts, game streaming, vocal performances, voiceovers, and instruments. This is what it sounds like in the Cardioid mode when I get a little bit closer to the microphone. Perfect for podcasts, game streaming, vocal performances, voiceovers, and instruments. Cardioid mode records sound sources that are directly in front of the microphone. So that's what it sounds like. And now let's switch to the last pickup pattern. This is the last pickup pattern, which is the bidirectional pickup pattern. This close about 4 inches, 6 inches. It says it records from both the front and rear of the microphone. Good for recording a duet or a 2-person interview. Bidirectional records from both the front and rear of the microphone. And now let's turn this microphone around so I speak to the back of it. Since it's bidirectional, it should sound the same whether I'm speaking at the front or at the back. Records from both the front and rear of the microphone. Good for recording a duet or a 2-person interview. Let's get a little closer. Bidirectional, it records from both the front and rear of the microphone. Good for recording a duet or a 2-person interview. It records from both the front and rear of the microphone. Good for recording a duet or a 2-person interview. This is what the microphone sounds like, and actually, in my opinion, for the amount of money that you pay, you get a very good sounding microphone. And if you use the different pickup patterns that it offers, it can be a very versatile solution at a low cost and very easy to set up. Do keep in mind again that this room is not treated for noise, so you do get some extra background noise. Although the stand is very sturdy, it'll be great if you get a boom arm or a mic stand to get that off the table, because any moving of your table or your computer if you're typing is going to make that. Yeah, it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be very annoying. So something to keep in mind. I do want to say that for these microphones, you don't want to put your gain too high, as you usually introduce a lot of noise. I would set the audio gain at half or a little bit under that. I also wish they had put these 2 knobs at the back at the front so I don't have to turn around the microphone every single time I have to go and adjust the mic gain or change that pickup pattern. So that's it for today's video. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time.